God sometimes loses the battle in order to win the war. All right, so I heard a statement years ago, and it really stuck with me. Even till now, this is a Easter period. I felt like this is a perfect moment to share it, and that's this statement by Pastor Adeboye the Geo. He said, "God sometimes loses the battle in order to win the war." Let me repeat it again. God sometimes loses the battle just to win the war. And before you say, "Oh, God doesn't lose a battle," what are you saying? Yes, of course, you're right. But just hear me out. Now, this actually goes back to the story of Jesus Christ before, he was betrayed, crucified, and all of that. So the Bible talks about Judas going to meet the religious leaders, the Pharisees, and the Bible says he obtained a large detachment of soldiers. And now sometimes when you see the videos that they put and some of those things, you think, oh, maybe it's just like 5 soldiers or 10 soldiers. But Judas actually knew the kind of person he was dealing with. This was somebody that has stilled the storms, somebody that has casted out demons and all of those things. He knew the kind of person he was. That large detachment of soldiers actually means like soldiers of about 300 to 600. I mean, when I read that, I was like, what? So 300 to 600 men with weapons, with swords, with clubs came to arrest just one man. Like, oh my God. And now you would think Jesus Christ was captured. He was like, because he didn't have any choice. Now look at what the Bible says in John chapter 18. The Bible says when they came to arrest him, we know with Judas, of course, Judas leading the way because Judas knew where he used to pray. So that's the reason why he could lead them to Jesus. So the Bible says they came to arrest Jesus Christ. Then what happened? Jesus Christ said, "Who have you come to seek?" And they said, "Jesus of Nazareth." And then the Bible says, Jesus Christ said, "I am." I mean, those words, "I am he," hit them. All the soldiers fell down. The Bible says they fell down. They literally were on the floor. I mean, this is somebody that you think that, will be cowering in fear. But no. That's not what happened. He said, "I am he," and all of them fell. He actually had the power to beat all of them down. They came to arrest him, but he was arresting them. I mean, this is talking about arresting the arrester. So what happened again? Then he said, "Who are you coming to see?" He said, "I am he, Jesus Christ of Nazareth." He stood up again. He said, "We came to arrest Jesus." Right? And of course, he said, "I am the one." Now he's negotiating his arrest. He said, "If you want me, let my disciples, let all these ones go." And of course, they eventually let them go. That's the reason why it was only Jesus that was, left, and they took him, of course. But now this just goes to show you that Jesus Christ had the power to win that battle, of course, but he just let everything be, because the Bible said, he said, if they had known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. God's purpose is actually deeper than your pain. Right? So now there might be pain right now, maybe you're facing certain things, but what about if at the end you will be like Jesus, that, "Oh, thank God. If they had known, they would not have crucified Jesus," because now he has lots of children. Now there are lots of glory. There's a lot of glory everywhere. Now he can reside in each and every one of us. Now what am I trying to say? What is the whole purpose of this? I'm trying to tell you that your pain right now is not the end. God can turn it around in just an instant. The resurrection power that was available during Jesus' time is still present now. And now, by that same resurrection, by that same death and resurrection, you can now have life. You can now have. Jesus Christ is all powerful. Just to show you that he can't be defeated. Now, that is a message for you in this Easter. God could sometimes lose the battle. From a human perspective, or from God's perspective, he always wins. All things work together for your good. Enjoy your day. Thank you, and happy resurrection and happy Easter.